Hello everyone, welcome to Gktoday. All the videos of Gktoday are absolutely free and available on Gktoday's YouTube channel. And if you are looking for interactive quizzes in text and also their solutions, please download Gktoday's Academy Android app. We have several free and paid courses in that app. Now this particular series is of 60 videos, and in each video we are going to discuss select 15 questions, and we shall also do 500 test questions after end of this series. Now let's start with the questions on Indian polity. So the first question is, in which year did the Supreme Court declare the National Judicial Appointments Commission Act unconstitutional and void? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option C, that is in the year 2015. So the Supreme Court of India has declared both the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act as well as the National Judicial Appointments Commission Act as unconstitutional and void in the year 2015. Now the next question is, who is authorized to increase the number of judges in the Supreme Court of India? Now you have the following option. Now the correct answer is option B, that is Parliament. So according to the Article 124 of the Constitution of India, it provides for the formation of the Supreme Court of India and the power to increase the number of judges in the Supreme Court of India, that is vested in the Parliament. Now the next question is, who is the guarantor of the fundamental rights of citizens and guardian of the Constitution of India? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option D, that is Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court of India has been assigned a very important role in the Indian democratic political system, and it is a federal court and also the highest court of appeal. So it is the guarantor of the fundamental rights of the citizens and the guardian of the Constitution. Now the next question is, which of the following cases involved the largest bench till date constituted by Supreme Court? Now you have the following options, and the correct answer is option A, that is case of Nanda Bharati case. So the largest bench of 13 judges was constituted by the Supreme Court till date was in the case of Nanda Bharati case of the year 1973. Now the next question is, which of the article of the Constitution of India deals with appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? Now you have the following options, and the correct answer is option C, that is Article 133. So Article 133 of the Constitution of India deals with the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in appeals from high courts regarding civil matters, whereas Article 131 of the Constitution deals with original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Now the next question is, who is authorized to grant in its discretion special leave to appeal from any judgment in any matter passed by any court or tribunal in the country? Now you have the following options, and the correct answer is option A, that is Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court of India is empowered to grant in its discretion special leave to appeal from any judgment in any matter passed by any court or tribunal in the country, except by military tribunal and court martial. Now the next question is, which article of the Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court to safeguard the fundamental rights of the Indian citizen? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option D, that is Article 32. So the Article 32 of the Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court to safeguard the fundamental rights of the Indian citizens, and the Article 32 relates to constitutional remedies for the enforcement of the rights conferred by Part 3rd of the Indian Constitution. Now the next question is, in which country the concept of public interest litigation originated? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option D, that is US. So the concept of public interest litigation, PIL, originated in the United States of America. Since the 19th century, various movements in US contributed to public interest law, which was part of the legal aid movement. Now the next question is, which article allows a person to move to Supreme Courts for the enforcement of fundamental rights? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option B, that is Article 32. So the Article 32 guarantees an individual the right to move to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of the fundamental rights, also confers the powers on the Supreme Court to issue writs for the same purposes. Now Article 226 on the other hand empowers the high courts to issue writs. Now the next question is, on which ground the constitutional validity of a legislation can be challenged in the Supreme Court? Now you have the following options, and the correct answer is all of the above. See, the constitutional validity of a legislative enactment can be challenged both in the Supreme Court or the High Courts on the grounds of the infringement of the fundamental rights that is provided in the Constitution, the legislation being outside the competence of the authority that framed it, and for the reason that the legislation is repugnant to the constitutional provisions. Now the next question is, what is the process followed for judicial review as per Indian Constitution? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is procedure established by law. See, the Supreme Court, while exercising judicial review, examines the constitutionality of a law based on the fact that whether it is within the powers of the authority concerned or not, which is referred to as the procedure established by law. So this makes the scope of judicial review in India narrower than USA, which follows due process of law for the same. Now the next question is, who among the following is associated with judicial activism in India? Now you have the following options and the correct answer is option D, that is all of the above. So the doctrine of judicial activism was introduced in India in the mid-1970s by the likes of Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, Justice P.N. Bhagwati, Justice O. Chinnappa Reddy and Justice D.A. Desai. Now the next question is, who wrote the book The Spirit of Laws? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option B, that is Montesquieu. So in asking the Indian courts to maintain judicial restraint in 2007, the Supreme Court quoted from the book The Spirit of Laws by Montesquieu, criticizing judiciary for overreach and encroachment on the domain of the other two organs. Now the next question is, what is the meaning of judicial enthusiasm? Now you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is judges like to participate in the social reforms. See, judicial enthusiasm means that the judge or judges take active interest in social reforms that are needed of the changing time. So it has the effect of encouraging the public interest litigation and liberalization of the principles of locus standi. Now the next question is, as per the Supreme Court guidelines, what category of petition are to be entertained as public interest litigation? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option D, that is all of the above. So following are some of the categories of petitions that can be entertained. Firstly, bonded labor matters. Secondly, neglected children. Thirdly, non-payment of minimum wages to workers and exploitation of casual workers. Further, petitions from jails complaining of harassment and petitions against police for refusing to register a case or harassment by police and death in police custody. The next is petition against atrocities on women, and then petitions complaining of harassment or torture of villagers by co-villagers or by police from persons belonging to a scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and also economically backward classes. Further petitions pertaining to environmental pollutions and petitions from riot victims and family pensions. Thank you so much. So this was all for today's video and we hope that you like our new initiative. So please do provide your feedback in our comment section. And stay tuned for the more upcoming videos. Thank you.